Hello there, friends. My name is Jimmie Maverick, and this is the introduction to the 16 Rounds Plus live draft tool that is going to help you absolutely dominate all of your fantasy drafts this summer. So I wanted to, first of all, just thank the counselor. This is a collaboration with the Fantasy Football Counselor. We worked very hard this summer to update this app and give it a nice, fresh layout. I think you'll like it, and we want to show you the important information that this tool is going to convey to you that's going to help you dominate your drafts, no problem. So let's just get right to it. Now, this app is going to be available on the Fantasy Football Counselor's website, and we will have that information as soon as it's available. One of the things that was important for me about this app is that I wanted it to be an easy setup. So this app is going to ask you 3 questions when you start it, and then you're going to be ready to go. So the first question is, how does your league score points? So we are going to select half-point PPR, that kind of a league. Do you want to engage the counselor's recommended player filters? You can, but I want to show you all the players. So we're just going to say no on this one real quick. And then finally, do you want to enter draft mode? Now, what draft mode does is it breaks down the top 250 list based on the size of your league and your draft position, giving you customized recommendations no matter where you're picking in the draft. So we are going to go ahead and we're just going to say that this is a 12-team league and we are picking 6th and we are going to enter draft mode. So that's it. That's all you need to do to set up the tool for a draft. It's that quick and easy. Now, if you look up here, you'll see that there's this advanced filters section. This is where you can adjust your league point schedule, adjust your player filters, change your draft mode settings. It's all in there. We're going to talk about that in another video. But I wanted to give you a real quick overview of what you're seeing on the screen. So the first thing you got here is the position filters. So if you want to look at just running backs, you just click on the position filter. It takes off all the players that aren't that position. And you just click it again to restore. Okay, so the next up, you have what this yellow bar is the carousel. And what this is this is going to take you round by round and offer you customized recommendations. But when you're looking at, like here, round 1, pick 6, we're going to look at all the players on the list between pick number 6 and our next pick, which is pick number 19, with a little bit of overlap on the next thing. If we click on the second round, the group of players you're going to see is all the players between your second round pick 19, and your third round pick number 30. So it's going to really help you find the absolute best player in each round of your draft. Now, below the carousel, you're going to see here the counselor recommends. These are the players that counselor likes the best. You can see here for this particular pick, you've got Najee Harris, Jamar Chase, and Joe Mixon as your top 3 choices. All very fine choices. And down below, let's just talk about what you're seeing here on the player list. So the first thing you got here is EDP. That stands for expected draft position. It is a specialized ranking that I use instead of average draft position because I feel this is a more accurate rating as to when the players are going to be going off the board. So you can see here, Najee has an expected draft position of 9th. His information, and you can see here this little lion head. That means that's a counselor 16 rounds recommended player. Okay, you want to focus on those players. They're all very good, but there's also additional information. Like this one shows there's going to be an upward trend in Jamar Chase's usage this next year. You can also see things like here's Austin Eckler, who's a regression candidate this year. That's what that down pointing arrow is. The dollar signs are contract year players. So those are always very good to see. There's lots of good information on the icons that you'll see here. The next up, you got fantasy points. This is the projected points of that player based on the league point schedule and their projected stats. Bye-week information here. And then all the way over on the far left side, I haven't talked about it yet, is the VORC score. So what that stands for is value, outlook, reliability, and consistency. And it's these 4 items which are just below the player name. So value, outlook, reliability, and consistency. Based on how they do on each of these 4 criteria, they get points. Those points are added up. That's the VORC score. And in draft mode, the players are sorted by their VORC score instead of their draft position. So very simple. You stay near the top of the list. you can see the little green circle. What that means is that's a player recommend. Okay, that's a good player to get. We like those players with the green circle. You will also see players with a yellow triangle. That means they are a cautious player. You got to be cautious with those players. There are certain situations where we don't like what's going on, like Cooper Kupp, regression candidate this year. We don't like that. So because of that, his outlook is depressed. That makes him a risky player. Also, if they're really bad, you'll see a red stop sign. That means don't touch that player no matter what. We've talked a lot about Devontae Adams and the situation he's in, and the downgrading quarterback, and the more crowded receiving room. It's just not a good situation for him. Definitely going to decline this year, so he gets a red stop sign. Now, I know you're also looking at the list here. You're like, hey, Jim, here's Derrick Henry right here, third on the list. How come he's not up on the counselor recommends list up here? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because Derrick Henry is a long shot. That's what the gun means. It's a long shot because Derrick Henry is typically going around pick 4. We're at pick 6, so he's less than a 50-50 shot to make it to our pick. Now, I don't want to put someone in a recommend that's not going to make it to your pick most of the time. So he is here. But here's the thing. He's on this list to show you that if he does make it to the 6th pick, you can go ahead and take him. He's a great choice. Very solid VORC score, very solid player all around. There's also, you'll see hands here. And what does the hands mean? Well, the hands are a reach. And so what you're looking at here is Aaron Jones. His expected draft position is 17. But your next pick isn't until 19. So that means he's going to be a long shot on the next round. So this is going to help you identify if you see a player that you really super like, he's got hands next to him. Oh, this might be the round to take him instead of waiting around because it's going to be a less than a 50-50 shot. He makes it to your next pick. So that's what those are for. And basically all you do is you just go down the carousel round by round. It's going to give you specific recommendations on each round. You're going to see all the players in that round, and it just makes it very easy to go into a live draft. Another nice thing we did is we formatted it so you can squish this baby up just like this. This app will show portrait mode on your cell phone as well, but you can just keep it off to the side while you're running your draft over here in this area. And again, you just follow the picks and pick your players. It's going to tell you exactly when you need to target a player. When do I need to take Josh Jacobs? Well, guess what? 5th round is when you'd want to target him if that's the guy you want. How about Russell Wilson? Oh, I like Russell Wilson. When do I have to take him? Okay, in this case, he's a 6th round. But I'll tell you what, if you're picking 1st, it might be different. If you're picking 12th, it might be different. If you're in a 10-team league, it's going to be different. And that's something that this is really going to help you with. So, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you taking all this time. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email. Just send it to contact@16roundsplus.com. The 16 is a 16, the numbers, don't spell it out. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. I also invite you to go and sign up for the app. You can access a free version of the app just by signing up. And it's a limited version of the app, but you can subscribe and unlock all the features, all the modes, all of the league point schedules, everything else. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and have a great draft season, everybody. Good luck.